This YouTube channel is really good. Hey guys. Positive Duckweed here. You probably haven't heard from me in a couple months. This music does not fit the occasion at all. I've just been suffering from the hiccups. I'm coming at you in my jocks, and I want to reflect upon something I said 2 nights ago, I think. So, I said something along the lines of, this could be the last YouTube video I ever upload. I obviously didn't mean that, but like, it's got me thinking, because like, it came from a dark place at the time, because it was like, damn, I might have like effed up. But when I woke up the next morning, it had like the opposite meaning. Because like, I woke up the next morning and I was just like dicking around for the day. And then when I was done dicking around for the day, I was like, wait a second. Wasn't I like really depressed last night? And I had like completely forgotten about it. And I was like, wait, did talking about it like help me get over it? Because like I legitimately like did not have the thoughts in my head anymore. Like it was so crazy. It was weird. Nothing like that has ever happened before, dude. So I obviously have like more things that I could talk about. I'm gonna have trouble finding out what they are, but I mean, I don't know. I might just not be coming at you with like a ridiculously steady, like it's not steady. It's like a super like hyperactive stream of just like me just talking at you. I know not really anyone is actually like interested, like fair. I mean, I'm doing it mostly for me, but I don't know. I don't know. I've like, I don't know, some of my friends have watched some of my content sometimes, and it's like, I don't know, I guess I'll just keep doing it for them, just in case. So, that's what I wanted to talk about, right? I wanted to talk about my friends. But like, for real this time. So, gosh, where do I start? I had an idea in my head of where I was going to start. I'll start with a revelation that I had today, and then if I'm lucky that'll flow into a revelation that I had yesterday. The revelation I had today was that something that I've had a lot of trouble with, that is in fact something that I've just straight up never done, is I've never actually realized that like, I don't just have friends, right? It's not as simple as just having friends, because having friends also means that you're someone else's friend. And I've never really thought about the fact that like I'm other people's friend before. And like it may be like suddenly like completely like just stop taking it for granted at all. Maybe just a little bit. I don't know, I still take friendship for granted every now and then, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this isn't going to be like an apology or anything, but like, I don't know. I feel like I owe people at like this revelation that like they are my friend. I don't know, that sounds super like self-centered and like narcissistic, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm a narcissist anyway, so what was the thing I realized yesterday though? The thing I realized yesterday is that in the last 4 years, I would say 4 years, I've made about exactly 2 friends. Like actual friends, like people that you're just never gonna forget people that are like actually there for you, right? Like not just like mates, but like, you know, friends, right? So damn, this music's nice. What the heck? If I was like someone else, I might cry, but I'm not, so I won't. So in 2019, I met Kalain, right? And I still talk to him to this day. And last year, I met Alice, right? And I still talk to her to this day. So, and that's it. I've met people, and I've like forgotten people, and like I've left people behind, and like people have left me behind, and people have forgotten about me. More often than not, for sure. Because like when people talk about like just go out and make some friends, right? I don't think it really is that simple. Because like it's not like I haven't played like Overwatch comp or something for a hot minute, and like it's not like I haven't played Overwatch with other people, and it's not like I haven't raided in Destiny in like LFG like for like years, and it's not like I haven't raided with like hundreds of people, and it's not like I haven't gotten along with them, but like they're not people who have like stuck, like they're not people that I've actually connected with. So like I came to this realization last night that that's sort of like part and parcel to like why I don't know that many people, why I'm not friends with that many people. And I think the reason is the real friendships that I have are like not interest based. Like it's not about a hobby, it's not about entertainment, it's not even really about like sharing your experiences with someone. Like it's not like about this like objective sort of relatability. It's like the people I'm friends with are just the most genuine, most resilient, most loyal people who just want to be there for you, that you can just talk to about anything. And like, because like I personally feel like I don't have a lot in common with the friends that I have, but it's more about, it's chemistry, right? It's chemistry. It's about chemistry, if you ask me, because like you could like share interests with someone, just not get along with them. That's normal, right? So yeah, I guess that is normal, because like it's not like every gamer is just a part of like this community, right? Like say the Destiny community, for example. I'm definitely not. I definitely don't give a rat's ass about the Destiny community right now. I've been a part of it, but like I've been a part of gaming communities. Like Kalain has a little gaming community. It's a small, tight-knit one. It's pretty inconsistent. They're not always active, but I mean they're tight. So it's like, but I don't know. I'm not even that tight with it. So what I wanted to sort of break down like tonight to the best of my ability and like off the top of my dome is like sort of the nature of the relationships I have with the different friends that I do have, and sort of like what is the deal, like why have we like stuck with each other, or in the case of Alice, because this was just like not even a year ago, or like about a year ago, that we like had a spark. In that case, it's more like, you know, what is so convincing that about like what convinces us that like we would stick together, because like we're convinced that we'd just be like friends for life. And it's like, I don't know, I've had that before. I've felt this could be taken so far out of context, like it could be super offensive, but like it's a sentiment that I've shared with people before, and it's like it's gone completely up in smoke. But the last time I had like a bunch of friends, I was like a child, and at the time that I was a child, I think Alice would have already been an adult. So it's like, I think we're like at this point of like maturity and understanding and like development and stuff, that we understand that it's like, no, like are actually just like really like likable people, and it's like we're just gonna get along. Like there's no way we don't. Like something crazy would have to happen that would like completely flip it, our relationship on its head. So I'm gonna start with. I'm not gonna start with kalain because that's the most complicated relationship by far. Because I haven't even like solved it. I'm gonna start with Nick because I think it's like the simplest, and that's sort of like the point, I guess. I've known Nick for 17 years, and we've just like done everything under the sun at least once together, and we've kind of just like slowed down a little bit in recent years, which is totally fine. I think it's intentional. I think we don't have to like be like twin brothers or anything. I don't think there's that much pressure to just like constantly be there for your buddy. Especially right now. I talked about this in my last video. I don't feel like talking about it again. It's like leaving a comfort zone, right? Yeah, that was the idea. We talk still, but we mostly talk at work. So we mostly talk about work, and when we are talking when we're not at work, it's pretty much just like you know that one guy who just like sends you memes and you just like laugh and you just like tell a joke and you just like that's it. Like I don't want to like fucking downplay like the substantiality of like my relationship, but like I don't know, that's like what it boils down to. And like I think that's the idea, because like he's a pretty simple person, and like I have to like, it's taken me a while to sort of realize that he's like a simpler person than me. Maybe, I don't know, he might not be, like I don't know, I really don't know. So it's like I can't like expect a whole lot more, and it's like it's not like I'm not saying it's his fault or anything, because like I don't really like pursue more than just like a meme. So what am I saying? I don't know. Like we've talked about everything that could possibly be talked about like over the years, so it's like there's not really anything that we haven't heard, and like we'd just be going in circles if we did, and like we have, and it's been my fault. Like I'm pretty much telling you the story of why I like don't talk to my friends as much as I used to, which is like sounds depressive, but like I've kind of like changed my tune on it like overnight, and like it might be a good thing. So like I don't really like, I used to talk to Nick about like every single problem that I had, and like I don't think he was the right person to talk to. You could argue that like none of your friends are the right person to talk to, and you should talk to like an actual professional. But like I don't know, dude. I don't care. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'd rather talk to someone that I actually relate to than someone who's like paid to like understand my problems. So like it just comes down to the fact that sometimes a person like Nick just doesn't have the right thing to say, and it's like that's totally cool. That's totally cool. Not everyone should just like understand like everything that's going on. So that's why I don't talk to Nick as much as I used to, especially since like if he used to come to me with problems because we were all we had for each other, well that's not true anymore, because he has Alice, and he probably talks a lot more to Alice. I'm sure he does. Like they're like living under the same roof right now. I mean, not living, but like they're under the same roof like as we speak. Like she's hanging out with him, like been hanging out with him like 24/7 for like a minute. And like I could never like be that person. I could never be like have a relationship that strong and like be that supportive of someone and be that comfortable around someone. It's crazy to think about, but that might be why like Snick might not need to talk to me as much as he used to. So that explains that. Let's move on to like Alice. Alice, as someone who I met in my adulthood and sort of really like connected to, right, super recently in like one of the most developmental stages of my life. It's kind of the opposite. Most of the stuff we've talked about has been like emotional and like developmental stuff, and like every now and then we would just like share a cool meme or just play a cool game together. And I don't know, I couldn't tell you if that's what she's looking for, but even if it's not, she's been super supportive either way. Like, she's been really engaging, and it's really impressive, and that's like what I respect about her. But I've kind of had to like give her some space. I feel like she might say that like, nah, don't worry about it, it's cool, you're right, but I feel like I need to give people some space when it comes to just like talking about my problems, and even just talking about like things that aren't problems, that are just like just the fundamentals of life and stuff. It's just like at a certain point it's just fluff. Like, I would be talking about like what I'm talking about right now like to her, and it would just be like super meta, right? Like super meta, like talking to your friends about like friendship. Like, it's really weird. Yeah, so, and that might be a good thing if I don't hear from her as much and if I don't talk to her as much, because when I do, like this morning, she just texted me, she just said good morning, and it was amazing. I was like, hey, good morning. And it was nice. People don't just do that. People don't just like say good morning to you. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It actually feels really good. Go say good morning to someone right now. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you. And it made it really nice, because it was like, oh yeah, I got to hear from Alice again. I got to hear from one of my best friends again. And yeah, so that kind of explains that. Now, Kalain's a hard one to talk about. So it's a long distance relationship, and when I say that, I mean like friendship, but like it's a really tight friendship. Like, he's not just like someone I play games with, he's someone I actually legitimately talk to. And like I wish that we could just like hang out, but like we can't. It's just impossible, and like it's a shame, but that's like a part of why it's complicated. So like, until super recently, this might actually be an apology. This might actually be an apology to Kalain, because like until like super recently, like late 2022, or like possibly even like straight up 2023, I've like taken my friendship with him like totally for granted, because like I just haven't realized that like he's not just someone that you play video games with, he's someone that you actually talk to, and it's like, that's really amazing, because like, I mean, we've known each other for a while. We know each other pretty much inside and out, but like, it's just, I feel like there's always been some kind of tension behind it. Like, there's a possibility that I might just like never actually meet this guy, and like, I don't know, that would be a shame. But I feel like I just haven't really bothered to like really call him like one of my best friends, because of that, and that's like silly. That's so silly, because like he's still a person, and it's like, so this year, I don't know if he's noticed. I hope he's noticed. But I've been trying my best to engage with him, because he's always been a super engaging person. He's super exciting all the time. He's just like, he's just a light dude. He's an absolute light. And I don't know. Like we just finished watching Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. I recommend it. It's an amazing anime. It changed the way I think about anime. Like, it's so cool. I won't talk about it right now. There's so much to talk about. Like, we've talked about it over the course of all 26 episodes. Like, it'll be impossible for me to just like sum it up in a video. I mean, it wouldn't be, but I actually don't remember. I was kind of like living it in the moment, like what it was like. So, but like something like that, right? You don't just like do that with like an acquaintance. I mean, maybe you do, but like maybe if you did, it would be like a watch party. This wasn't a watch party. This was just like Kalain and I just like bonding over this anime, and I was like, I know that's like such a simple thing, like bonding over an anime, but like it wasn't like it was an interest of mine. It was just something that I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Let's do it. Like, let's just connect. And like there are many people that I would have just done that with. So, man. So like, what do I want to say? What am I saying? I just want to say like, thank you to like all of like everyone, anyone who ever thinks to themselves, even just like once a week, just like about me, right? Like, that's just like, how could you do that? Like, how could you actually just like think of me? And it's like, this music is appropriate. This is kind of emotional. Oh, what am I doing playing Destiny, dude? This game sucks. Oh. I actually don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm really lucky, dude. I'm really lucky that like, I haven't had the curse of having to like build up my life from the ground up. I've always been supported and like had like a foundation and a support network. I know, like I've been alone before, and sometimes I feel alone right now. Like I'm pretty sure I've become an extrovert recently. I'm pretty sure at this point in my life I actually do draw my positivity or my energy to be positive from other people, which is like a completely new experience for me, and it's been really hard for me because I can't always just be with other people. So like I have felt like pretty lonely recently, lonelier than before, even though I've had times in my life where I have actually been alone, and I'm not alone right now. But like that's just why I have to like thank my friends, dude, because like it doesn't matter if you can't just like, I'm gonna flip my last video on its head, dude. It doesn't matter if you can't always just have positive experiences, and it doesn't matter if you can't just always like see the light at the end of the tunnel. It just matters if there are like people with you, dude. And like I hate, like I've like got a love-hate relationship with like One Piece, because One Piece is like an amazing story, but the themes of it kind of get me down because it's like that's so unrealistic. But like I think it's right. I think One Piece is right. I think it is about like just the value of like literally just having a friend, right? Because like that seems kind of cringe, where it's like friendship equals like power and stuff. Like I know that's like a cringe anime thing, but like I think it is real. I think it is actually just as simple as just like having friends. And it's just like, dude, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. There he is. That was Colin. Should I dox the guy? I don't know. I don't know if he'd care, but he would have to like, it'd have to be on his own terms, I guess. I don't know. Because like he's a pretty open individual, but I don't want to just like, I don't know. There's probably nothing crazy in our DMs, but I just won't open it up. Like I don't know. I know no one probably cares, but I probably shouldn't just do that. Yeah. This was nice. I have an addendum to make. I just want to say, I don't want to like undermine or like invalidate certain types of friendships, because I know people like Alice who act a bit like me but think a bit differently than I do, and I know people like Kalain who act a bit like I do. Sorry, think a bit like I do, but act a bit differently. And I know people like Nick, who's like the best friend ever, absolute bro, who's like, he's like so dumb, man, but he's so wise. Like, he's just the best. I wish I could be him. I know people like him who I like theoretically have nothing in common with, but like we just have this absolute chemistry. But I don't. I understand that there are people who are more complicated than me that just have simpler needs than me, and vice versa, and they have a much easier time bonding over like their favorite game or a hobby or just one or two experiences that they've shared with someone. And if it's easier for them to make friends, and then like it's power to them, right? Because that's pretty much kalain. That's pretty much kalain to a T. So I just wanted to have some respect. And I just wanted to make sure that people like understood, like I don't know, you get the idea. I just have one more addendum to make to that addendum. I will admit that at not necessarily the lowest points of my life, but at the quietest points of my life, I did in fact join a bunch of discords and just like talk to people about interests, and I did have a good time. Like I joined a Yu-Gi-Oh discord, I joined a Destiny discord, so like I have done it and I do understand why people do it. I think I just like changed, and that's pretty much what this video is about. It's pretty much about like how my relationships have changed. So yeah, thank you.